Hello and welcome to Hip Pause Self-Care Series Season 1 Episode 6. Today we're going to talk about nails. And first of all, I just have to give a shout out to myself because I have practiced the things I've learned from episode, what was it, like 3 or 4 on skincare, and I am happy to tell you all that I am not wearing any foundation today. I am wearing a little bit like of translucent powder and a little bit of concealer here, but all the rest of this is due to my skincare. So if you are interested in improving your skincare routine, giving a little update, feel free to check out that video. I can post it below. Okay, so today we're talking about nail care, and some of you all may think that nail care is not important, but in reality, it is so important. First of all, I would just like to talk about a habit that some people have, including myself, and that is a picking disorder. So if you have that problem where you like to pick at your cuticles, the skin at your cuticles, or maybe your fingers, that is actually a disorder, and it's very similar to OCD. It's related to OCD, and it can be medically known as dermotillomania or also excoriation disorder. It's more of a disorder, especially when you pick until they bleed, and if that occurs often. And so for me, I'm going to tell you a little story. I have had like bloody fingernails for as long as I can remember, and it's so embarrassing. Sorry, they are again doing construction outside my window. So sorry about that. But it is an embarrassing topic to talk about, but I do want to talk about it because I know there are others out there who struggle. I've seen pictures on the internet, and I can show you a picture of my finger here, and if you are queasy, please turn away. That is sometimes when I pick my hangnail and it gets so bad that it goes all the way around my thumb. But that's not the case, as you can see today, although I do have a little rough patch here that it's like tempting me. I really want to pick it. Ugh, I have the noisiest neighborhood. I'm going to talk about 4 secrets on how to stop picking your cuticles. And it may sound like it's not going to happen, because for me, if someone were to say, just stop, of course, yeah, I would love to just stop, but you can't just stop, especially because people with this disorder, they like everything to be perfectly even and smooth, right? So if there's any hangnail, any patch of dry skin, anything that's not perfect that they can pick at to make it perfect, they will pick at it, including myself. But the bad cycle is, as soon as you start picking, let's say I pick a piece here, it might even like bleed or something, which then tomorrow it'll create a thicker skin, because my skin is always trying to protect itself, so it makes a thicker skin, and that thicker skin will be even more pickable. So the more you pick, the more skin comes that you can pick, and it just becomes this huge vicious cycle. So to stop this cycle, this is what you have to do. Number 1, you need to be nourishing your hands and cuticles as often as you can remember, okay? So on my desk where I work, I keep this cuticle oil. In my bathroom, after I wash my hands, I put hand cream on right away. I just keep hand lotion in my purse all the time. And just every time you remember, put some nourishment on your fingers. And this helps because when your skin is dry, it's very much more, you yourself are much more able to find a little dry piece that you can start picking at. And when skin is moisturized and nourished, it doesn't really break away from the skin that often, and so your places to pick will be fewer and far in between, okay? Number 2, evenness. What we all want as OCD human beings, if you are like someone like me, is to create evenness on your cuticles, right? You don't want that extra skin there, so you pick it off, right? But we just talked about why picking is bad. So here is a tip. You can use a file or a buffer to gently, and I mean gently, buff that rough skin away. So this requires a lot of mindfulness because you can really get to town if you want to. and then it starts to bleed, and it's basically the same thing. So what you have to do is very gently and slowly start to buff away any rough patches that you see around the cuticle. And this is especially important when you're first starting to not want to pick, because you will have these rough patches as your skin is healing. So like me, for myself, if there are times when I start to repick again, this part of my thumb especially gets he gets maltreated. And so what I do then is I just kind of buff away the skin, and you can even see here, maybe, let's see. Can you see that? Try and focus it. So there is some patchy skin there, but I just took my file to it, and you can just kind of slowly file at it, but do not file too much. And what this does is it creates evenness on the skin, so there's nothing sticking out for you to pick, okay? And this is a huge help for me. As soon as you're done filing, you go ahead and wash your hands, get that powder off your skin so that it's not drying, and then put on cuticle oil right away, okay? Next up, number 3 is protection. What you want to do is protect your hands. Protect them from what? Well, for me, we don't have a dishwasher, so I have to wash my dishes by hand. And I used to never wear gloves, but actually dishwashing detergent is really bad for your hands. It's very drying. And especially when you pair that with hot water, your cuticles get super dry and cry out for help. Another thing is when you're cleaning and you're using detergents or other cleaners like bleach or anything like that, you need to be wearing gloves to protect your hands and your cuticles and your nails. Before, I would never wear gloves because I want to be like, I don't need gloves, like, I'm tough, but it's so stupid to do that. Just take care of your body. So yeah, wear protection, wear gloves. Lastly is upkeep. This is number 4, tip number 4. I have just concluded that I myself am somebody who needs to constantly be doing my gel nails. If I don't have gel on my nails, I start to pick. And it's just because the pickiness is in me, and doing gel is a nice way to prevent that, because number 1, you don't want to ruin your manicure. Number 2, you have pride in your hands already because they look nice and pretty, so you don't want to ruin that. Number 3, this is probably most important, your fingernails have this blunt edge when they have gel. So you can't even pick. Like, you try to pick, but it doesn't work. So I am just someone who needs to always have my nails done. And if you are thinking, okay, Alex, you're spending a lot of money on gel, because gel's expensive, right? Especially if you always are getting it done. But actually, I do my own gel. I do my own nail polish. And I have my own UV light, like my lamp, and I have all my own polishes that I get online. So that is what I'm going to talk about in my next video, how to do your own gel nails. It's really not hard. It's actually super easy, and it lasts a super long time. So I'm going to talk about that in my next video. But basically, I just wanted to say, like, because of these 4 steps, I went from going from hiding my fingers always like this to flaunting them. And I feel like nails can be a beautiful accessory. It's never permanent, so you can do like fun colors or, you know, more sophisticated colors, and you can always change it. And so you can always experiment with new things, and it's a way to express yourself. Color is such a way to express yourself. You can feel cute, you can feel sassy, you can feel sexy, you can feel fun, all just with a color on your nails. And also, doing your nails just shows that you care for yourself and you care for your body. But most importantly, not to show it for everyone else, but mainly just to show it to yourself, because you are the one that's going to be looking at your hands every day. I hope this video helped. If you have this problem, or if you know somebody who does have this problem, please share this video with them, and give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe to see my next self-care series. I love you all so much. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.